Hello, everyone. How's it going? Looks like we've already got some comments on here ready for people to join in. Good to see you all. Randy, Dave, Thoroughbred Fall Contest 2016 is here. Awesome stuff. Matt, Jay, Doug, Robert. See if we get some tenors. Hi, Matt! There we go. Got a baritone. We got two baritones. Good to see you all. We're gonna wait till right at 7 o'clock, and then we'll see how many people we've got. Might wait a bit longer, but already up to 10 right now. That's pretty sweet. Always got to take the keys out, or they will jingle. Thanks. I like it too. I've been missing the opportunities to wear it, so I figured I'd wear it tonight. Hey, Zach, we have to both tenors. There you go. Nailed it. All right. Yeah, and weird. I'm seeing more people, and yet the number of viewers has not increased. Oh, that happened again. Okay. So one thing that we discovered during the lead sectional was that for you guys, depending on what you're looking at, it's possible that you see the comments over here. And so putting the music up over there was a bit of an issue. So all of the music and visuals and everything else are going to be up on this side now when they pop up. So just, and then I will try to remember to step this way so that you can see what's going on over here. That actually helps me because I've got I'm closer to my mouse that's over on this side. Haha. So there you go. Yeah, good idea, Pat. Try reconnecting. See if that works. We did have Rob Hetty with us during the bass sectional on Saturday. But I don't know if we have any of the guests on here tonight. I know I didn't get the link out until this afternoon, so it's possible that they did not notice that and didn't receive the remind. So there you go. Let me pull up my pitch app because I keep leaving my pitch pipe in a different room and then not having it for these sessions. Gonna wait just a couple more minutes. We got 12 guys so far. That's not what I wanted to do. By next Monday, I might actually, during next Monday's rehearsal, I might take you over into that area of the studio. So right now, if I turn, you'll see some insulation and a door and other fun stuff. There you go. Behind that door is a recording booth. That'll be the sound booth. And it is getting pretty, not you know, week and a half from being done, so that'll be pretty awesome. Nice picture. Yeah, there you go. I see where those comments are. Cool. Good stuff. Okay. Well, got your pitch pipe? Great, Randy. That's awesome. That'll be really helpful. Pat, it tells you there are 17. It tells me that there are 12, but that's fine. We're going to jump in. It is 7:02, which means we are late, but that's all right. So there we go, 13. We're jumping up now. It's probably that there's a little bit of a delay, so by the time it shows me, that will be the case. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything. Good stuff. Okay, cool. let's begin. So we're going to, as usual, start with a little bit of stretching. Not a whole lot of room here. I especially need to do my shoulder stretches. But let's just take lots of deep breaths and relieve the tension of the day. Shake it out. Shake everything. There we go. All right. And let's check our alignment. Shake your legs out a little bit. Loosen those up. And then check your alignment. Make sure you're standing about shoulder width apart. Top of the shoulders over the top of the hips. And Doug, I see you. Double checking since I'm not seeing my comment. I see you, Doug. So yeah, top of the shoulders, over the top of the hips, over the middle of the ankles. And let's see if I can kind of check here. Of course, I can't see the bottom at all, but that helps. And then ear holes over the top of the shoulders, over the top of the hips, over the middle of the ankles. And relax. Move a bit. Deep breath in. And out. And another deep, relaxing breath in. And out. If I cough, it's just because there's a lot of drywall dust in the air in here. So don't worry so much about that. Another deep breath in. And out. And a suspended breath. Good. Notice my rib cage going up and out as I make that suspended breath. Here we go. Suspended breath. Good. Suspended breath. Exhale from below. And then collapse. And another suspended breath. Next time I'm going to move the camera all the way back just so that you can all see that I am indeed wearing pants. But there you go. Plus it was Zach that wasn't wearing pants last time, so I don't know why you're calling me out, Pat. But anyway, another deep breath in and out. And a siren. I'll pretend that that sounded lovely. Hey Gary, it's good to see you. All right, so repeat after me. Rather sing with me. And just so you all know, I'm checking myself on this pitch app, and it seems my fifths are sitting a little bit on the high side. So let's see if we can kind of lock this in a little better. Let's see, rotating it'll help. E, there's a G, and one more. E. There we go. And again, this is the Tonal Energy TE tuner. It is, oh look, you can see the reflection in there. Ooh. It's a really great app. It's fun to fun to test yourself and check it out and check your pitches. So yeah, I agree, Gary. I hope everyone is doing well. I know that I just jumped in and started singing and making music, but I do hope that everybody's doing well and feeling well and just kind of weathering this storm as we go. So let's just keep at it, I guess, until it's time that we can hear each other's voices again. Let's kind of go forward from there. There's not a whole lot we can do with tuning chords and things like that. So we're going to jump into our craft session. So pulling up the craft rules once again, and this is where I'm going to step over. Ed has exactly the same app, Pat, to answer that question. And I do see him using it frequently. So yeah. There you go. Craft rules. I'm going to step over here. We have our 4... Here, there it is. That's not helpful at all. 4 craft rules. And we have number 1, match the target vowel sounds. So we've been working on, of course, our vowel chart. And we'll take a quick look at this again in a second. But then we have the craft rules. So 1 is, of course, matching all of those vowel sounds. And then rule number 2 is singing each target vowel on the stress point. And then number 3, exaggerate singable consonants in duration and intensity. And then 4, maintain continuity of sound. And so none of that, well, 4 mostly contains the non-singable consonants like S, F, P, T, K, Sh, F, all of those sounds that generally do not have a lot of duration. And of course, sometimes we add duration in on purpose for expressive choices. But as a general rule, we use our singable consonants with extra duration and intensity, and then the non-singable consonants are clean and smooth and synchronized so that the continuity of sound is maintained. Haha. So let us take another quick look at rule number 1 at our vowel chart. And here we go. And so I'm also going to pull up the list of vowels. I know the first group is as, rise, song. Thoroughbreds, vowels. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Okay. As, rise, song. All right. And let's just go ahead and sing them together. So I will give a B flat. Ooh, and this will be lead, baritone, bass, tenor, singing as, rise, song. As, I'm going to sing lead. As rise, song. As rise, song. So try to make sure we're going to do that again. And since it's basically just a duet between you and I, if you're singing along right now, try to really match the vowels. Look at the roundness of my lips, and I'm kind of double checking myself as we go. But check the roundness. Right? And try to match the vowel with me. Make it ring the same. Get the same kind of overtone in the sounds. It's the resonance and the overtones that we're trying to match much more than the shape. You know, in a chorus setting, it's easier for me to stand back and look and see who has kind of differing shapes, and then we can check the sound from there. But in reality, we're all going to have slightly different shapes. So let's just try to match one-on-one here as we do this. Sorry. As, rise, song, together. as rise song, as rise song. All right, and we're going to go up a half step and sing the next family, which for which we use When Love Lord. And at this point, I'm remembering to remind you that every time we sing, we want to take that suspended breath, even if it's not a completely full tank, if you don't need all of that air, even if it's just, it's still got that lift in it, so that brings down the larynx. We keep the throat open from when we inhale all the way through to when tone starts. So we don't have as and start from tightness, but as rise. It just starts from an open place. So just remember that as we do that. And sorry, we are on When Love Lord. When love Lord. And notice on this one, each three have a singable consonant at the beginning. When love Lord. And they all need duration and intensity, but the vowel lands when I land here, right? And I purposely moved the table back a little bit, or moved the camera back a bit so my table can be a little bit lower here. So we have when love Lord together. When love Lord. And that's that one. Let's go up a half step to Will Girl Look. Oh, I need another octave. There we go. Will girl look? Will girl look? And listen one time really closely to the timing of the L at the end of the word will, the RL sound from girl into look, those two in particular. Because the will, of course, gives us the beginning one. But listen to the fact that the L is at the end of the word and goes into girl, which g is a non-singable consonant in that it has extremely short duration. Will girl, and not will girl, making it late. So listen one time. Will girl look? Sing with me. Will girl look? I think that'll make a big difference, just that awareness. Then going up to that last family, we are doing me too. Me too, do, do, do. Ed, he's talking about the TE Tuner app. Oh, that's hidden. This app is the one he's talking about, Ed, that you have on your phone. Do, this is me too. Me too. Me too. Notice the roundness in the E and the brightness of the oo. Me too versus me too. Me too. Together. Me too. Me too. right. And if you need to, you can go back and practice with this recording as much as you want to feel like you're locking in those vowels. And you know, I'm thinking I should probably... Great, thanks, Frank. That's awesome. Um, so I think what I'm going to do sometime this week is just record a video of me working these vowels and just singing the vowels and giving you that tool that you can practice with as a standalone unit, something that you can work with on that. I think that would end up being a pretty helpful thing for all of us to refer back to when we need to. So that said, now we're going to move back on to, we've been working on it a little bit already, sing each target vowel on the stress point. So that's that same exercise of, you know, getting the singable consonant in early enough that the vowel can happen right on the stress point. So we practiced it a bit in that exercise, but let's do the other, with the mi, me, ma, mo, mu, excuse me, that, sorry, the mi, me, ma, mo, mu exercise with the mi, me, ma, timing the the M at the beginning of that sound. So let's go back to B flat, I think. Oh, let's do C. C is good. Do, 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 do. Me, 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 me. And so first I'm gonna give 1, 2, 1, 2, and on the second half of the up. So your brain is subdividing it as 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Me, me, ma, mo, mu. So we're subdividing each beat. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And we're putting the sound on the that end of 2 every time. And I'll do that with you, so hopefully that makes sense. Do, 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 me. 1 and me, me, ma, mo, mu. Got that? Let's try that together one more time. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. So we get that target vowel right on the stress point with the singable consonant ahead of it, right? Let's do that with a V sound. V, ve. 1, 2, 1. V, ve, va, vo, vu. Making sure that that pitch stays up too. V, it's easy with that extra back pressure to suddenly sit down on the pitch a little bit. So awareness of that the extra pressure takes a little bit more kind of pitch awareness is good to have. Let's go up a half step. Let's do that one more time on a V sound. V, ve. 1, 2, 1. V, ve, va, vo, vu. All right, and now let's do one more. Let's go to a D. Do, 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 do. And this will be V, TH, but the sung TH, voiced TH. V, ve. V, ve, the, vu. All right, and I hope that makes sense. So we're really practicing that, putting the vowel on the stress point and some of exaggerating singable consonants and duration in intensity. So much of this stuff just goes in together. It's hard to separate them out and work on individual things, but that was the focus. So let's sing a song. And first, I'd like to do one together where we are just not worrying at all about working on it. We're just going to sing a song together. So let us go to New York, New York. I need to pull that up on here. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. From the beginning. Da. There you go. Ba, da, da, da. All right, I need to get rid of this screen. Boom. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da.
Start spreading the news.
Da, 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 da,
I'm leaving today. I wanna
be a part of it. New York, New York, baby, New York.
These vagabond
Da, 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 da,
are longing to stray right through the
very heart of it. New York, New York, baby, New York. I wanna wake up in that city that doesn't sleep. I don't wanna sleep
and find I'm king of the hill,
king of the hill,
top of the heap.
I'm top of the heap.
These little town blues
Da, 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 da,
are melting away.
Gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York, New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it. But anywhere, it's up to da 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 da.
Slow down here, of course.
These little towns are melting
away. Brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York.
And of course, we hold that a whole lot longer and make it more interesting than that. But good work, I think. I'm assuming. Good singing. Man, this sucks. I want to hear you guys. So there we have it. New York, New York. We're also going to sing Hallelujah a little bit later, but I'm going to save that one for a little bit. I want to do a little bit of work on, let's do Precious Lord first. And I'm just realizing now how ballad heavy I set up tonight, but that's okay. So let's sing Precious Lord, and I think we have all 5 parts here today, so that's great. Everybody's represented. Just letting this load a bit. We're going to sing from the top, and then go through a couple of things, review some stuff that we did in sectionals, and just kind of keeping fresh on it, and then start moving forward a bit from there. So here comes, let's get a key for Precious Lord. Come on. Play. Hello. Here we go. That's the B flat. Do, 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 do. Tenors, baritones, basses, lead. Precious Lord. Do, 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 do. What's up, Matt? Thank you for saying that, Matt. I will do that after this song. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. Do, 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 do. Presh, lead, bass, baritone, tenor, and here we go. Play. Come on, play.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, take my hand, Lord, and lead me home. When my way grows drear, precious Lord, linger near. When my life is almost gone, at the river, Lord, I stand. Guide my feet and hold my hand. Take my hand, take my hand, Lord, and lead me home.
All right. Okay. So a lot of cool stuff in here. Some stuff that I want to really review. So let's go over those. Take my hand, take my hand, take my hand, Lord. I want to make sure the timing is right on those and you're really aware which one you come in on. So the first two people are going to be bass and lead. So lead has take my hand, Lord. So we've got lead bass. Take my hand together. and then baritone, take my hand, which gives us a full major chord on the tonic, and then take my hand is tenor 2, take my hand. You end up on the same note on hand, so be really aware of that, that the first 2 notes need to be louder than when you arrive on hand. Take my hand, Lord, and lead. But you split again on Lord. So, anytime you have unison between parts, you don't need to sing as loud as when it suddenly splits apart. And we need to hear kind of more of each part so they're equal with the unison as it was. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's get kind of into that so that we can practice that timing, and let's do it with the track so we're hearing the timing on the track too. Let's see here. That was pretty much it. Good, so this is measure, I can't see the number, 18, 19, 20, 21. Right? Here we go, right at the top of the page. Join in whenever.
Night, lead me
Remember,
on
one,
to the light. Take my hand, Lord, and lead me home.
Yeah, and everything falls into those subdivisions, and they're just a little bit off a couple of these here, and I apologize for that. I should have done it with a metronome for the sake of learning. There's that little bit of give and take, but try to, as much as possible, lock in on those. Take my hand, take my hand, take my hand, Lord, and lead me home. I tried to jump to a moving line each time so you could hear that it always falls on that subdivision. Let's do that same chunk, starting right on storm. Let me back that up just a bit. Should be right about there.
Storm through the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand, Lord, and lead me home.
Keep going.
When my
Baritones here. Let's start right on when my way, and baritones have the first one, and this just kind of goes, it's mostly leads in this verse that have those da 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 da, but baritones have the first one. Way grows drear, precious Lord. Leads, if you missed the sectional on Saturday, go back and watch that video for that chunk. We practiced a little bit of that da-da-da-da-da. So I don't want to take the time to do that right now because we did that in sectional, and you can kind of pull up that video. All right, starting into this next verse here. When lead, bass, baritone, tenor, wend my way.
When my
Baritone.
way grows drear, precious Lord, linger near. When my life
Here leads. There we go.
Almost gone.
One and two
At the
and
river, Lord, I stand. Guide my feet and hold.
too many devices. Where's the pause button? All right. Yeah, so all those triplet things, that's really where most of it happens. Of course, we've got that tiny bit at the end, but that's the same as we had earlier. So that's really the most important stuff as far as that's concerned. I had a request here for baritone measure 28, that G flat. So let's look at that. Bum. So it'll be 1 and 2 and 1 and take my hand, Lord, and lead me home. So of course, in any measure that it doesn't have a G flat, there is a G natural, and so those are a hair different there. So we've got slowly, take my, there's our G natural. Take my hand, Lord, and lead me home. Lord, and lead me home. There's a G natural again. Lead, but G flat. Lead me, also G flat. Home, G natural. Home. Yeah, so baritones with me one more time. Take my 1 and 2 and take my hand, Lord, and lead me home. When my way, and you get that awesome 9/8 part there. This is just really, really nice and musical. So Pat, hope that helped. Other baritones, I hope that helped as well. Let's see. Any other questions, specific spots for your part that you'd like me to go over? Um, Baritones and tenors, I think I said in an email, we're going to have a sectional sometime this week where we'll get a little bit more into detail on your parts. Learning track makes the two sound different. Which two? They are different. Take Barry notes in measure 28 and 29 G flats. Let me take a quick listen to the learning track in those spots. I see what you're saying now.
Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, Lord, and lead me home.
Yeah, Pat, they're the same, and they are actually the same. The reason they sound different is because in the first one, you've got a C flat. Sorry, I apologize. You've got your G flat against a C natural, so you've got a tritone with the basses, which has an ugly dissonant feel to it. And then in 29, your G flat is against a C flat, and you're suddenly a fifth in that major chord that kind of comes out of nowhere. And so it feels really different because they're very different functions, but it's the same note, and it is the same note in the tracks. It just feels different. It doesn't, the pitch isn't different. So hopefully that helps. Let's sing the entire song. Do presh, 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 presh. Sorry, my wandering here is getting me behind the sheet music. I'll just stand here the rest of the time. How about that? Do press. Here we go.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, take my hand, Lord, and lead me home. When my way grows drear, precious Lord, linger near. When my life is almost gone, at the river, Lord, I stand. Guide my feet and hold my hand. Take my hand, take my hand, Lord, and lead me home.
All right, and there is our song. I cannot wait to hear this chorus sing this song. Getting a little choked up here just thinking about it. I'm super excited about it. So let's go on to. Let's sing Hallelujah, and then we will end with the new ballad, This Is the Moment. So let's sing Hallelujah. And this will be one, again, that is just a sing through. And of course, the tag, let's just listen real quick. Oh, and I have something to say before we do that, before we sing it. But remember that, why did I pull that up like that? The tag, we do it much slower, and let me just jump to it. Oh, we don't need the notes pages. There we go. Right, we get to the Loo, and then ha alleluia. The track is going to be ha alleluia. It just goes right through it. So let's hear that real quick.
It's a cold and
right here. In fact, they Tony and Gary even rushed through it faster than it's written, because it would be loo ooh 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 ha ah alleluia, but they went ha da 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 hallelujah. So just be aware of that when we get to that. It's going to be jarring as we sing through it, unfortunately, in this run through, but let's really enjoy the rest of this song because it's a great one for us. And let's think about what this feels and sounds like when we are in Jim Miller Hall and we're just filling up that sound in that space. And then after that, I have a reminder that Matt has reminded me to remind you about. But since we're here and we're doing this, let's sing it and then we will do that. So let's get a fresh C because that was higher. Do, 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 do. Sorry. There it is. That's a long wait. Here we go.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? But do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Maybe I've been here before. I know this room, I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you, but I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love is how to shoot somebody who outdrew you, outdrew you. It's not a cry you hear at night, it's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah,
There it is. Man, that is fast. That is fast. I know that's kind of normal, I suppose, but man, I like the tempo that we take it at. I will tell you what. It just feels so lush, and there are parts of the arrangement that are really lush and thick that you kind of miss out on a little bit in that slower tempo or in that faster tempo. So here is the update. Most of you know this already, and hopefully you've all seen the emails or the Facebook posts or everything else. But in case you've missed the news, unfortunately, the Los Angeles International Convention has been canceled. So if you already have hotels booked for it, go ahead and contact them. And because the convention was canceled, I'm pretty sure you should be able to cancel the rooms this far in advance without a problem. And then I believe, well, I'll let Christopher, when the time comes, talk about um, talk about the actual registrations and stuff, because I know the chorus did the purchasing. Now it's in other people's names. Um, but hold off on that because we've got some decision making to do as well. We just haven't had an opportunity to really discuss it, and we all need to discuss it together, because the one thing you may have many hotels self-canceled. Thanks for letting me know, Matt. Um, so you may have read, if you read the email and all of the stuff, you might have seen that we automatically get an invitation to the Cleveland International Competition in 2021. So next summer, because this international didn't happen, we automatically get invited to go to that. Now, no decision has been made, and we haven't really talked about whether or not we're leaning one direction or the other. That's probably going to be something that we all discuss as a group, and kind of decide what direction we want to go moving forward. We kind of had a plan which had international where it is, and then other things lined up after that. So it's just a matter of kind of discussing what our goals need to be and what we want to do with what we've got. So when we finally get together again, we'll probably have a little town hall campfire chat, and figure out, what direction we're going to go. But looking forward to shifting our focus in the short term on really honing in on our show package and getting as many show performances as we can, and worrying about all of our music equally, with not a worry about competition, because we're not going to compete at international, and we are probably not going to compete. We're currently not planning on competing at district, and I'm supposed to be out of the country, so we'll see how all of that works out. So that's the update on that. Unfortunately, no international, though I know for a lot of us at this point, that's kind of a relief. Especially not getting together and practicing at all. It's a relief, but also, various other factors, financial, time off with everything that's happening. So kind of a blessing, but unfortunate nonetheless. Making sure this wasn't any of you. It was not. Okay. Great. So we have one more song to work on, and that would be This Is the Moment. And so again, this will be kind of all skate reminders that we went over in sectionals. The intro, and we're just talking mostly about how this compares to the tracks. They're just those couple of moments that move forward. The biggest one that I want to reiterate that's different from the track, a decision that I made once we were singing it together and I felt the direction that it was going, happens. Am I looking in the right place? Yes. So in the middle of this page, right after we have see it sparkle and shine, for becomes mine, we stay big for all these years. We go all the way to crest. We crest all the way on the word all, and then come back off from there. So real quick, let's lead into that section. We're going to start from the top of the page. Am I on the right page? I'm not on the right page. I apologize. I thought I was. Here we go. So here on the page, see it sparkle and shine when all I've lived for, etc. going forward. Yeah. So let me get a pitch on this. Anybody have an E? I had to say it at least once. Why did that happen? There we go. This is the moment. Pick up to measure 30 at the top of the page. This with me. 1, 2. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. this is the day. See it sparkle and shine when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I've faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment. And we'll stop right there for now, so you get that idea. Yes, just like that, Leeds. Exactly. Thanks, Christopher. So yeah, what time? Let's see. We're an hour into the trek. Is a good spot to listen to if you want to go back, and that really is basically the model that we'd like to do. So let's sing the whole song, and then I might hit a couple of review spots, and we'll do it one more time, and then that will be it for this evening. So starting from the beginning of the song, we're in E flat now. I'm sorry, we're not in E flat. We are in what minor? It's A flat, but it's F minor. Do, 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 do. Tenor, lead, baritone, bass. And here is the track. Here we go. And play. Ready?
Now there is no choice. I must put aside the fears I feel inside, but there's no place to hide. So it comes to this one big golden chance that only I can take when everything I fought for is at stake, to make the mark that only I can make. This is the moment, this is the day, when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today. This is the moment, this is the time, when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. This is the day, see it sparkle and shine, when all I've lived for becomes mine. faced the world alone. And now the time has come to prove to them I made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test, my test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment, the time to stand up tall. Looking back, I will recall moment for moment. This was the moment, the greatest moment of them all. The greatest moment, moment of them all.
There we have it. A lot of great stuff. Baritones. We're going to do this in sectional, but I want to focus real quick on something that I remember noticing a bunch it's right at the top of this last page, right here, where test, my, test, basses and tenors move up by a half step. Baritones, we move down by a half step, and we've been doing the opposite and trying to follow the other parts, and we mess up those two chords by doing that. So for example, you've got, here, let me get the right key. Well, we've got that. Do is the key. So for example, tenors have moment, my final test, my test. Half steps there, right? Test, my test. Moment, my final test, my test, my test, test, my test. Basses have that my to test half step. Baritones, moment, my final test, my test. That downward motion goes with the basses, perfect fifth, and then perfect fourth, because you each move by half step in toward each other. In baritones, some of us have been going the opposite direction and kind of doing something weird with that. So, which is the lead in is, this is the moment, my final test. So can we try that, leads? This is the baritones. This is the here we go, and this is the moment, my final test, my test, destiny back, destiny back, destiny back, sorry about that, destiny beckoned, I never reckoned. So once again, these baritones, and this is the moment, my final test, my test, destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. And I hope that helps and makes sense. We'll go over that again in the sectional rehearsal, which we'll have sometime this week. And was there anything else that jumped out at me that should need reminders? Again, it'll help me planning these. If there's anything in particular that is difficult for you or that you keep tripping up on, please send me an email, let me know, so that I can plan because chances are if you're having a hard time with it, somebody else is too. And that there's only so much that I can anticipate where the issues are. And let's see, double checking on no breath on 51. This, I think, is something that we checked on the other day. Correct. Yep. Measure 51. This is on page 4. One to the last page. Correct. The sweetest moment. The time. So, the sweetest moment. The time to stand up tall. Looking back, I will recall. No, sir. Everybody sings "Moment." I realize that it's got that. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, "Moment, my final test." Sorry, Jay. You're right. I see what you're talking about now. That is correct. Leads and baritones go to the second syllable right away. Thank you for catching that. So, this. And by the way, that is exactly when his comment came in. So, there is that kind of a delay because I'm sure that came in while we were working on that part. This is the moment, my final test for baritones. Good. If there are any other questions, any other uncertainties, please send me an email so that I can plan to look at that over the next week and then be ready for it either at sectional, depending on the timing, or by Monday night. But I'm probably not going to work on this song next Monday because we've already done it now three in a row? Or has it just been 2? However many it has. I've already lost track. I think this is only twice in a row, but we're also doing it in sectionals. So next week we'll probably skip this one and come back to it later. Now, let's sing the whole song one more time. And think about all those things we talked about as we're going through. Think about every breath that you've taken. If you're not singing standing up, but you have that ability to do so right now, please do join us in standing so that we can have the best feeling of what we should be doing while we sing. And I'm getting the pitch pulled up here. Here's our F. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Okay, Pat. See, that comment just came in now. So, Pat, whenever it was that you sent that comment, I just got it. So there you go. Do, 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 do. No, 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 no. And the track. Here we go. Ba, ba, bum, bum.
Now there is no choice. I must put aside the fears I feel inside, but there's no place to hide. So it comes to this one big golden chance that only I can take when everything I fought for is at stake, to make the mark that only I can make. This is the moment, this is the day, when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today. This is the moment, this is the time when the the momentum, and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. This is the day, see it sparkle and shine, when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I've faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test, my test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment, the time to stand up tall. Looking back, I will recall moment for moment. This was the moment, the greatest moment of them all. The greatest moment, moment of them all.
And there it is. And actually, on the track, I guess I sang that wrong, but now I'm not sure which I prefer. I think I prefer it as it is on the track. So to Jay's question earlier, for the baritones, we have that, this is the moment. So singing the notes in the rhythm as written, which means the baritones move with the leads, but only say meant when they move down to the D in measure 43, but with the other three parts. So moment, my final test. That's what's on the track. That's what I recorded. And moment, my final I think I really like giving the leads that moment, especially going down lower in the range there, giving the leads a clear difference of vowel and not questioning who's on which note, since they're literally, leads and baritones are just swapping notes there. Moment, moment. So let's stick with what's on the tracks. And Jay, thank you for bringing that up. Let's stick with what's on the tracks, where baritones have moment instead of moment. This is the moment, moment. You get the idea. All right. So that is it for me tonight, guys. And 8:15, not a bad time to be. It's nice that the comments are coming in, so I can at least kind of see and feel like I'm communicating with you guys a little bit. Otherwise, this is very one-sided. So I'm really looking forward to getting us back together and hearing the progress on this music, despite not being together. And I do also think that we should set up Hey, Rob, thanks for coming in. That's all right that you just came in now. You've got the link. You can watch the rest of it after that. I was about to say that, Larry. I think we should, in fact, do kind of a Zoom meeting so that we can at least all talk. It's harder to do this kind of stuff, but I think it's really important. It would be really awesome for us to meet and chat. So we'll talk about that. It will be saved, Rob. Yeah, everything automatically at this exact link. You can just use the same link to get back to the saved video. Um, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's correct. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to you all. I think we should plan that. Maybe even start with a Zoom meeting next week, and then sort of jump over to this YouTube platform. Um, yeah, Christopher, I hear what you're saying, but I also think it would, anyway, we'll talk about it. We will discuss and come back to with dance groups and kids. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's chat and come back to this. We'll talk soon. Okay. So yeah, have a great night, everybody, and send me an email. Let's talk. You all can keep commenting about Zoom if you want to, and I will see you soon, I hope. All right, have a good one. Bye.